Atlantic City goes Democratic, at least for the last 2 weeks of August. There are the final preparations, then it plays host to the Democratic National Convention. The decorations are jolly, and in indicating the great distance from the site of the recent Republican convention, even philosophical. The whole thing, of course, centers around one person, and the only suspense is in who will be his running mate in the November presidential election. That one person stays home until the last day. He entertains a group of students who spent the summer doing what they call intern work in government agencies. The President and Mrs. Johnson are fond of having young people around. He tells them that many people come to Washington for a short time, they think, and then stay on and on. And he gives himself as an example of one who carried it to an extreme. That evening, Mr. Johnson entertains the members of both houses of Congress and their wives in a salute to Congress. Some Republicans are absent, but very much present is Senator Humphrey, who is very much mentioned as a possible vice presidential candidate with Mr. Johnson. The President praises the lawmakers for their work in this session, which is recessed for the Atlantic City interlude. The New Jersey resort is always crowded and festive in late summer. Right now, it's packed wall to wall with people here to nominate a candidate or just to enjoy the antics of a convention. Inside the vast convention hall, everything is made ready to receive the 5,260 delegates and alternates, the 6,000 representatives of news media, and some 15,000 expected guests and observers. It is the largest arena that is used for political conventions, and this year's promises to be possibly the most heavily attended one in American history. For over a year, they've been installing communications equipment to get the news of the convention to the world. The telephone company has placed 175,000 miles of additional wire in service both in the hall and in the hotels. Monitors will show the floor proceedings throughout the building during the 4 days when the world's attention will be riveted upon it. As in Los Angeles 4 years ago, the Democrats always put on a lively show at their quadrennial gatherings, even though there is no doubt as to who will be their standard bearer. He is the same man they cheered in 1960, though then it was for the second place. Outside the question of seating some Southern delegate groups, the 1964 Democratic Convention faces no serious problems. With accord over candidate and platform, a good time is expected to be had by all.